Hey guys, welcome back to another hiking adventure. Today, I am about 30 minutes outside of Bend, Oregon, doing the Tumalo Falls Loop Trail. This trail is a very popular trail, and I came early on a Friday, so there's not a lot of people here yet, but it will get crowded eventually. This trail is labeled as moderate at 6.9 miles round trip, 1,223 feet of elevation gain. Now, if you just want to see Tumalo Falls, it'll be a lot shorter, but since I'm going to do a loop that's going to take me to 3 other waterfalls, it's going to be a bit longer. So I know in the opening scenes I showed you the parking lot. I do not feel like it's big enough for as popular of a trail this is. I did see spillover parking about a half mile away, so on a busier day you're going to have to park farther away. So try to plan accordingly and come early. If you can do it on a weekday. If not, super early on a weekend. So right from the start, this trail has some really good incline. So your workout starts right from the beginning. Alright, so that is not a bad way to start off the hike. Tumalo Falls from a distance, and then Tumalo Falls from the beginning. That was a short hike to the top of Tumalo Falls, by the way. So some people, that might be their turnaround point. So it is a little chilly this mid-October morning, but it will warm up later. But yeah, it's a little cold right now, but not horribly.
Alright, so this is behind the waterfall, and this is Tumalo Creek.
So one thing I forgot to mention is the parking is $5 here at the time this was filmed. Unless you have a national park pass, then it's free. It looks like I'm approaching Devil Falls now. Another beautiful waterfall. You can see why they call it Double Falls. Another beautiful waterfall. This hike is great so far, isn't it? Still more to go.
Here's another nice little waterfall that wasn't on the map.
This hike has definitely got a lot of surprises to it.
Alright, look what I found. It's extremely obstructed, but there's another waterfall. Wow. Now I would get closer, but look at this ground. It's very slippery and it goes straight down. That's like certain death.
Here it is from the side. Even though that one was really obstructed, that officially makes 4 waterfalls so far. I was totally wrong about only 3 here, and there still should be more to come.
What a super cool bridge. Look at this. Wow. Absolutely not for the faint of heart.
Well, look at that.
There is a 5th waterfall. So pretty.
So can you say 6 waterfalls now? Look at that. This one's actually a really super nice one too. Unnamed waterfall. Wow, 6 waterfalls so far. This trail keeps surprising me. I really wish I could, but I should live in Bend, Oregon.
It looks like another waterfall's over there in the distance. It's a big one too. So what I'm gonna do is go down this path right here off trail.
What is that now? 7 waterfalls? Look at this, and this one is huge and beautiful, and it's like slightly off trail, but it's magnificent. Look at that. So that makes 7 waterfalls so far. Any one of these waterfalls would have been worth a 7-mile round trip hike, but 7 of them so far and more to come. Looks like we're gonna get a higher view of this waterfall. So a lot of the camera angles that I would love to get for these waterfalls are kind of sketchy, and I've heard of YouTubers actually dying trying to get that perfect shot. It's not going to be me. That perfect shot is not worth my life. So they're not as great of angles as I would like, but I live another day to film more hikes. All right, so this part of the trail has gotten completely silent. I don't hear any water right now. I don't hear any animal noises, nothing. All right, looks like I reached the trail junction and I'm going toward Bridge Creek, which is left. AllTrails just came in handy for me right there. I wouldn't have known which way to go. So I do have to do a creek crossing in probably a little bit. I was reading about it, that it's a bit more shallow in certain sections, and one section, it goes up to your knees. So this will be interesting. All right, so this looks like the creek crossing. I could go across that log or go upstream a little further where it's supposed to be better. All right, I decided I'm gonna go across right here. It is not too far from the original spot. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but this is the way I'm gonna do it right now. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this water's cold. Oh. That water was super cold, but I did make it across luckily. All right, looks like I'm back on the main trail again. So ever since I did the creek crossing, the trail is starting to gradually go down, and this trail has gotten pretty narrow, like the trees are actually touching you as you go through it. At least they're not thorny plants or cat claws like we have in the desert where I live. So this loop back part is definitely not as scenic or as pretty as the other side of the loop, but I do know there's at least one more waterfall I'm gonna run into before I end this hike, but right now there's not much going on. Also, I haven't seen another person in a while. Yeah, it's been a lot of this, like just dead trees everywhere. I don't know what happened, but it's been a lot like that, this whole side of the loop. So it looks like I've reached water again, which is good. I'm not crossing that bridge, that's a different trail, but it's nice to see water and hear water again. So I can totally hear it. It looks like I'm getting close to Bridge Creek Falls. That's gonna be the next waterfall. It is very obstructed and unsafe for me to go any closer, but this is Bridge Creek Falls. Hopefully there's a better overlook down below. Well, that was really disappointing that I couldn't see the waterfall. This trail doesn't take you there. And I'm not even gonna count that as number 8 because it was very obstructed. I could barely see anything. So I did see 7 beautiful waterfalls at least, and I'm happy with that. So it looks like I'm almost back at the end of the trail, and my recommendation for this hike, you could always do it as a loop just like I did it, but I will be very honest, it is very uneventful after the creek and then going back down the way I did. A lot of dead trees, a lot of nothingness. It is pretty right here toward this very end part, but other than that, I wasn't too impressed. Now, what I would do is hike to the upper viewpoint of the 7th waterfall and make that my turnaround point. It's gonna be downhill anyway most of the way. So yeah, 7th waterfall, upper overlook, out and back, boom. I also think doing it that way might shave about a mile off your hike, possibly. You guys, I really want to thank you so much for joining me on this adventure today. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have not done so already, I would totally love for you to subscribe to my channel so I can take you with me on future hiking adventures around Central Oregon or other parts of the nation. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Till next time.